Hey guys, welcome. That's not how we start our videos. Hi guys, my name is Kelsey.
And my name is Becky.
And we're the TheSorryGirls.
And today we have a really exciting video to show you. We created this insane shelf behind us that literally houses all of our DIY supplies.
I'm afraid this might be more exciting for us than it is for you guys.
They'll be like, oh my god, these nerds.
These DIY nerds. Anyways, so we've done a DIY supplies organization video before, but that's when our craft supplies fit in a cupboard. Like, it was so small.
Our family has since grown to amount to a ton of DIY supplies. It's crazy. So we needed a much bigger space for them all to go in.
And now that we're in our new office, we have the space and like the ability to make this huge shelf. We're so excited to share it with you guys.
And if you guys have ever watched Casey Neistat's vlog, he has this insane office that is like goals to us because it's got everything that you could ever need. Like, we've got DIY supplies, but he's got DIY supplies and film gear and all the things one could ever want.
Yes.
And his philosophy that we really love is that if everything has a space, it's time efficient. You know where it is, and it saves you time. And you wouldn't even believe how much time we were wasting before, like digging through boxes and being like, where is that one thing that we need for this video? It was crazy.
All right, so here's some tips and pointers and how to make your own craft shelf.
Our first step is to get 5 pieces of plywood. We got rough on both sides, spruce plywood.
Okay, so we're now cutting giant one-strip boards out of all this plywood we have, and we're going to use those to build pretty much the whole shelf.
But then we overlap, then there's a problem with...
There's no connection there.
Yeah.
That's just going to be sitting.
So either we make...
Building cabinets is really hard. It takes a team of people, and we're trying. We're gonna figure it out.
And Becky lost the measuring tape. Like 100 something.
Tell the camera what your job is, Kelsey.
I'm plant supervisor. These guys like have it on lock. We're not gonna mess with like a situation that works. We have to pre-drill holes and then put in the screws so that it doesn't split the plywood.
So you're making sure they're putting the right pieces in the right places, right?
Yeah, and we're on the 4th piece and I already messed up my job. Which is why it's now my job. It wasn't really anybody's job before.
Austin, you want to tell everyone what your job is today?
I'm supervising everything. I got my supervisor safety glasses on.
It's a bad answer. You say that you're cutting all the wood.
I was cutting all the wood, yo.
Starting to actually look like a shelf.
Okay, we're done most of it. Becky and I still have to work on like wardrobe cabinet side that we're gonna add doors onto. Hopefully that works out without our team here. But we're gonna stand up the shelf and hopefully it all works out. It doesn't fall over.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you guys.
Look at that.
That's really cool, you guys. It's kind of wobbly, but it's really cool.
Okay.
So Kelsey and I are now left by ourselves to assemble the cabinet end of our shelf. Not a problem.
We got this.
Problem.
Ooh, damn. Cover it back.
We got a cabinet.
Oh my god, we can hide bodies in here.
Oh.
We're attaching this to like our other cabinet if you didn't figure that out. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Yeah!
Sawdust.
Where's your goggles at?
Oh, where are they?
I lost them in the move.
Ah!
Door. Oh my god. Alright guys, so we're installing the pegboard that's gonna go behind our shelf and we want to cut to this stair effect. So we're putting it up first, tracing out where we need to cut it, and then taking it down.
Okay. We good?
Bun's not good, but we good. Guys, it's done! Finally.
The massive shelf has been constructed. This is pretty much what it looks like. It's just a bunch of cubicles pegboard, and then cover it for camera gear.
Yeah, and you guys have seen us build this over probably like 5 or so days. But today we're like, we need to get this done because there's a mess in that corner that needs to get up on the shelf so we can actually use our office and not just be like tripping over each other and like full of sawdust.
So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna stack the shelf.
Alright guys, you've seen us build this thing, you've seen us stock it. Now we are going to give you a tour of what's actually in our shelves because this is also a like tour of our craft supplies and showing you guys how we sort it because it might be useful if you have a huge amount of craft supplies like we do.
But the first step is to label everything.
Everything!
So to start off our shelf tour, we're going to start with this pegboard that we installed and you saw us cut it painfully. And we basically just have all of our tools here. You don't realize how many tools have holes in them until you get a pegboard and you start to go put them up and you're like, this paintbrush has a hole, this ruler has a hole. It's amazing. We also just added some doors to this cubby because we realized it was starting to look a little messy because this is gonna be our like office space. We have some files here. That's just extra storage of that, but it's gonna, we might put shelves in here and stuff so that it's all of our office supplies and paperwork and boring stuff like that. Next we have our Wi-Fi, and we were actually really smart when we built this because we saw that there's a little Ethernet jack here, whatever you want to call it. So we actually made this box purposely for the Wi-Fi. So we also found 5 of these bins at the thrift store for $5, which was amazing. And we made them into big bins of stuff that we can't fit on shelves. So this is all fabric. This guy is costume accessories. Here we have some full costumes that we've made. And this is foam and felt. This is where we're putting our silhouette and accessories. It's basically an electronic cutter. Really cool. Literally no explanation needed. Obviously we enjoy listening to music while we work, so this is where we put our speakers. And the printer and Wi-Fi and basically anything that needs power gets plugged in right here, which is really handy. On this shelf we have a whole bunch of writing utensils including markers, chalk, and pencil crayons.
This shelf has our iron and just a little pot of extra candles because they have to go somewhere. This shelf is full of our little decoration pieces such as bells, some glitter, and a whole bunch of rhinestones and stuff like that. This has all of our sewing stuff like our sewing kit and a little thing of pins. And of course it wouldn't be complete without the sewing machine right beside it with a shelf perfectly designed for it. This little white box houses all of our messy wire. This shelf's got all the necessary accessories for painting such as sponges, like a paint suit, and an extra box of concrete. This is all of our paint and paintbrushes. These are our cans of spray paint with room to grow, and RIP to wherever that lid went. This is string, rope, yarn, and ribbon. Here lives all our rolls of paper, our shelf liner, contact paper, and any vinyl. This guy's got all of our paper, and we actually have a little sneaky paper organizer in there that keeps it all upright, but you can't really see it when it's full. Here's all our glue, and this little moose jar is a DIY. Here's all of our small hardware like nails and screws, and these are little organizers. We were about to spend $40 on Amazon on a special organizer, but we got all these from the dollar store. Way better deal. This shelf has everything needed for staining and sanding, like sandpaper, the power sander, and all of our stains. This is mostly power tools. We've got drills, a jigsaw, anything special in there like a leather stamp, and all of our drill bits.
And lastly guys, we have this wardrobe that we built on the end. It houses pretty much all of our camera stuff and equipment. So on this shelf here we have some of our lenses. This guy has our Tascam, which we use to record audio. Down here is where you would find our camera, as well as our vlog camera, but we're obviously using it right now. Down here, Becky and I thought we were the biggest geniuses ever by putting a power bar where we can plug in our batteries. We actually weren't even gonna have a backing to this closet, but we had this leftover pegboard and we thought it would be much sturdier and useful if we used it as the backing. So on our pegboard we have just a card reader up here. This is a gray card which we use to get the right white balance for our camera. Some gels to go on our lights. Here we just have like a USB cord, some extension cords, and a light that's snuck in here. Here's a bag of bags, essentially. All of our camera bags and everything are just in here when we need to take a shoot to go. Then we just added a little piece of elastic here to hold in some of our bigger items that can't fit in any of those shelves. And then of course we have a couple tripods because you need those. And if you guys want to know more about all of our equipment and the stuff we use and how we use it, we do have a video on how we film our videos, which you can check out here. And lastly, we have our broom hung in here. We just needed somewhere to put it, and this is out of the way. Pretend it's not there. And lastly, up top here, we have our decorative shelf. We have some books, a vintage film reel we found. This guy is a DIY. And so is this little concrete plant with our dried palm leaf.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that journey from pile of wood to insane grass shelf. I certainly feel a lot better. I can breathe easier now knowing that everything is just like in a place and it's all good to go.
And everything's happy. I feel like we were not paying attention to our glue before, but now everything's laid out.
And not only that, we just have a really cool looking office now, which is like the best. So when people come over, they're like, wow, your office is like super fun, super legit, like really cool.
Super efficient.
Super efficient. They love it. So speaking of our new office, like we said, we have a new office. If you haven't seen it, where have you been? But a lot of you have requested to see a tour of the office, and that is coming shortly.
It's coming. As you know, like whenever somebody moves into like a new apartment or whatever, they're always like, you need to get things in order. Like this was task number 1. Actually, table was task number 1. You guys already saw that. Task number 2. And then couch was number 3, and we're still on like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And disclaimer, sorry if you guys didn't find this video like super instructional like our other DIYs are, but this shelf is just super customized to us, and we, like although we had a plan, we did kind of make up measurements as we went, and we kind of moved shelves around. So it would just kind of be insane for us to give you guys the blueprint for this, but hopefully all the tips we gave you allows you to make your own blueprint and kind of design if you did want to make a shelf similar to this, bigger,
I'd
smaller.
be surprised if you were planning to make something identical to this anyways.
Nobody has the exact same like supplies as us.
Yeah, but the technique that we use and the supplies we use are kind of more universal, so if you did want to build some sort of shelf of some sort, hopefully this helped you.
Yay!
Yay!
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you like it.
And if you love it, make sure you sub it.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye guys.